get it ready to go.
Play Don't Be Cruel.
Come on.
What's
don't be
Robert's
cruel.
favorite
What do you like?
Elvis song?
Elvis song?
Yeah.
I like Don't Be Cruel.
Don't
I
Be
think
Cruel's
that's a
good.
great one.
Yeah. Do you play any guitar at all?
No.
No. But that would look good hanging in your office.
It
in
would,
Triumph Law,
it
right,
would look
right in your
fantastic,
firm.
but I think it would give people false impression of what my abilities with the guitar are.
We don't want that. All right,
want that.
thanks for coming in, Triumph Law, Robert.
You bet.
We always appreciate when you're, because you make some of these things that, sometimes you can't talk about in court. Sometimes you can't, it's not just everyday kind of casual conversation, and you make it fun and easy for people to understand. So we always appreciate it.
Well, thanks. I love being here.
Let's jump in. We got look. Let's say someone gets in a car crash. Okay. Gosh, we don't want that.
No.
Nobody wants that. Goes to trial. Can you talk about kind of the I don't know what everybody's role is and what's happening? Insurance company, the courts, the client, you guys. Like, give us a little bit of behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, one thing that happens, obviously, is when somebody causes an injury to one of our clients and we can't settle that case and we end up going to trial, we have to sue the driver who was responsible for the crash, not the insurance company. But if you're in the courtroom and you're checking things out and you see that other driver has a lawyer with them and the lawyer's calling expert witnesses, it's an insurance company that's in the background, paying for the lawyer, paying for the experts, kind of conducting the trial from a background perspective. And they're also the party that's going to be responsible for paying the verdict that comes out at the end of the trial.
Interesting. So that's not necessarily that individual. That is the insurance company behind that.
It's basically one of the benefits that you have by having auto insurance. If you end up in that situation as a driver and you're at fault for causing a crash, they'll provide you with the lawyer and the defense.
Is the insurance? So the insurance company is also in the trial. They're also in the courtroom, right? Not the company, but maybe someone representing them.
Yeah, technically, the lawyer representing the driver is also working for the defense or for the insurance company.
Sure, okay,
maybe an outside law firm, maybe actually directly employed by the insurance company. It can happen both ways.
I see.
And what are some of the common, defenses that they're going to use? Is that the right term?
Yeah.
In terms of how to say it, like what's going to be their strategy? I guess for
The nickel
how they're
defense.
The nickel.
This is the thing
box and one.
Exactly.
This is the thing I really wanted to talk about because I find it humorous in a way. Like a lot of our car crash cases, it's spine injuries, it's the neck and it's the back. But what I find is about 95% of the time we see the exact same defense in these cases, which is kind of a half-truth defense. The defense or the insurance company will hire a doctor who will come in and say, listen, most folks are going to get better after a car crash after about 2 to 4 months. And it's a half-truth because the reality is that's right. Most folks are going to get better, but we're in trial on a case 99% of the time where somebody did not get better as a result of the crash. So the implication doesn't really work in that case.
So it does that. So that type of defense doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but for some jurors, maybe they latch onto that, and it kind of makes sense. And there is the half truth to it, but we're in a situation, if I'm trying a case in front of a jury, where we've gotten past that point. They went past the 2 to 4 months, they got additional treatment, usually some injections, maybe a surgery. So they fall in the minority, but the doctor's still telling the truth for the insurance company that most people are better, and therefore this person should be better. But that's the problem with the defense is this person isn't better. They 2 to 4 months after the crash, they go to bed with pain that everybody agrees was caused by the crash, but then they wake up the very next morning and there's where the doctor drew the line in the sand, and all of a sudden, even though they have the exact same pain that morning, now the crash is just a coincidence. It has nothing to do with the crash.
Seems like a scary overgeneralization, but this is why we have Robert to tell
yeah,
us, to remind us that these
that's
things
why
are
he's here.
happening. I also want to know real quick before we let you go, when these times are chaotic, if you're being represented, if you're needing legal representation like you, it can be a little scary. You're nervous. There's money involved. There's other medical issues. But I will say this is where you and your team, you pride yourselves on being able to handle people that are coming in your door that way.
Right. We want to make sure, number one, that we kind of protect them from the insurance companies to make sure that no one's taking advantage of our clients. And number two, we're doing whatever we can to help them get medical care that they need to get better. And so sometimes that's going through their health insurance if they have Kaiser or something like that. And sometimes it's us helping them find independent providers, maybe physical therapists, chiropractor that can help speed the process along and then make that determination. Is this one of those folks that is going to be fine after a couple of months? Or do they need an MRI? Do they need some more treatment to help them along?
I didn't realize car crashes would go to trial. Do a lot of them go to trial, car crash? Normally you sell these things out.
On average, I would say about 1 to 2%. And it really depends law firm by law firm. But, we'll settle the majority of cases without even needing to file a suit. A lot of the time, it's fairly easy to do. But again, most folks aren't injured that badly. And thank God for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Robert, thanks for coming in. Always make that
Triumph Law,
absolutely. We'll put up a little information about Robert and Triumph Law. There you see him there up in Folsom. Great work, man. Always making that super, super interesting.
Robert, enter that contest for the chance to get that guitar.
I already have.
He's already in. He wants a CD and the guitar.
He's going to take guitar lessons just because of that.
If he wins, he's got to bring it in.
well, he's so smart. Like clearly, like he could probably pick up guitar lessons in like a day.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, that's what he does. Exactly. There you go.